Hello, Virgos, and welcome to your September reading. And of course, happy birthday, happy solar return. May all the love and light and energy be your way so that you can become all that you can become. So, everything you need and more. So, on this, I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you this month. There's beautiful opportunity here. We begin the month with the Nine of Pentacles, Six of Wands. So right away, Nine of Pentacles, you know your worth, you're standing strong in your value in what you've built until now. Six of Wands, you've come back from something, or you're at a point where, you know what, I've got nothing to prove. It's fine. Six of Wands. But here we have the Nine of Cups in reverse. So, okay, Nine of Cups in reverse. There is something in your subconscious, in your sacral chakra, that hasn't quite been processed yet. And if we look under what it is, we have the Ten of Pentacles and Temperance in reverse. So when Temperance is in reverse, it's when we are not in a position where we are willing to stir the water, put our foot in the waters of creation. See, there's a comeback of water here. See the bigger picture. Temperance is Sagittarius. It's your house of core beliefs. It has something to do with maybe the last 10 years, your family, your background, the kind of thing that can be passed from one generation to another. But here, there's kind of I don't want to go there. So it's still shoved in the subconscious. And so it's probably going to come up this month, that. Because the rest, you're like, all right, that's it, I'm done, I won. Maybe you've succeeded in something, in clearing something from the past, or just coming back from it. But there's a little process that still wants to be on top, so that you can really finish the cycle. And here we have the Magician in reverse. So the Magician in reverse, let's understand the Magician is our capacity to manifest our reality. But we can only do it when our four elements are mastered. So that means our willpower, our beliefs, our understanding, our truth, who we are, how grounded we are, and the quality of our waters, so that when we do as above, so below, it's not being influenced by memories and traumas, imprinted beliefs in our water and things like that. Here the Magician is in reverse. So this is when the events are happening to us instead of us creating them. And under this, we have a little resistance of releasing or letting go of old water. Instead, we put a stance of, I'm not going there anymore. So it's a bit like, okay, I've lived a hard time. I will not go plunge in those waters. Instead, I will enhance my fire to make sure that I'm not going there. So either I remove the vibration that created that to begin with, or I strengthen the fire to make sure I'm not going there. Good luck bringing me there, kind of thing. So here the universe is kind of saying, you can put boundaries and be on your defensive, but if you want to be able to flow much more easily, and if you want the universe to be able to dance with you as you're manifesting, better to clear whatever leftover water is there. After that, we have you, the Hermit, and the Fool. So I guess you can do it, because the Fool will come only after we really finish a cycle. So here, you and the Fool. So that's a proof that it's done. And bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Wands. There's the new beginning as a page, in that enthusiasm, and not like good luck, trying to bring me down kind of thing. So let's clarify this for you, Virgos. So you might surprise yourself reacting, okay? Because when it's in our waters, we react. It creates our program. It creates our patterns. So reacting on the defensive on something, and you're like, oh, how come I'm so sensitive on this? It's going to be your sign that that's what the universe wants you to address, okay? If this speaks to you, of course. All right. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Virgos for the month of September 2024. All right. Okay. Let's see here all right. Don't even have to name it. Okay. So there's the Judgment. I was asking about the 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, and our 9 of Cups in reverse. It's going to be called out. It's going to be called out because you need that new way to bring your fire, your energy. You need to heal from it. It's like I won't have the choice to face it. I'll have to face it. So you need that Ace of Wands upright, because you cannot keep using your fire in the same way. If we put a defense, of course there's going to be the resistance accordingly. Everything reacts to the energy we put out. It's a big mirror out there. If I'm like this, there's going to be a bunch of wands aiming towards me. Then after, if I'm the Magician, I'm not wondering why are there so many wands against me. I'm looking at what's the quality of my wand on my table. And there's the difference here. And as the Hermit, his wand is lit by his inner light. So that means that the direction of his fire, of his willpower, is generated by his wisdom, by his understanding, by the intelligence of the divine within him, by his soul. All right, let's look at Temperance. Ooh, that was quick. Okay. So here, Temperance is in reverse because the 4 of Swords is in reverse. And the 4 of Swords is there to, help us heal. Of course, yes, our Judgment's going to bring it up. Like whatever's in that water is going to come up to the surface. Okay? These are people standing in coffins floating on water. So the high frequency of the divine here, angel with a trumpet, Gabriel, calling out the east, calling out a high vibration, a bit like a huge tuning fork. Anything that does not fit with this tuning fork or is ready to align itself, to be tuned in, is going to come up to the surface. But when it comes up, if we refuse to understand it, heal it, adjust it, temper it, then we're missing out on a brand new high frequency filled with potential receptiveness and healing. What they're saying is Four of Wands. The threshold is right there. It doesn't have, look, the difference of energy between I'm in a world like this or I'm in a world where, hey, people are waiting for me on the other side. They're going to support me. It's all joyful. Nobody's trying to bring me down. These are two completely different states of being that create different reality. So the doorway is there, the threshold is there. The call is being done right as you're coming in the month. You have your new moon at the beginning of the month also. So the intention and you know, maybe also Cancer month last month, and the Cancer full moon maybe brought, not the Cancer full moon, it was the Cancer new moon, but all that water probably brought up some stuff that was probably bugged you a bit last month. Let's look at why is the Magician in reverse with the World in reverse. This is to get your empowerment back into, you know, your manifestation capacity. Okay, so look at all these wands. Knight of Wands, Five of Wands. Yeah, it was Leo. Sorry, Cancer, Leo, and now we're in Virgo. So, okay, the unprocessed water affected your fire. Probably brought up a bunch of stuff also. Five of Swords in reverse. Unconscious. I'm using my old wounds to be right. And since you're ruled by Mercury, you're going to use those swords very well. If you look at this guy, he's got 3 swords in his hands. He's using the 3 of Swords. Remember last year or when I was 5? And there's the proof that people are like this and I'm going to be right. There it is, there it is, there it is. Of course, we're always going to be right. That's why we need to choose what is our truth. That's the real free will. And here we have the 7 of Pentacle, but look at the wand. The wand is tired. It's a shovel. The fire is not tending and growing the garden. It's looking at it and it's starting to wonder. 7 of Wands. How do I put my energy? The Temperance needs to go back up. Here, I just want to run away. I'm exerting a lot of energy, but it's unstable energy because there's a memory, there's a belief in my water that makes me gung-ho believe that things will never change. I'm not willing to take the wand. If you look at this guy, he's got a wand in his hand. He's not waiting and looking at what he's built until now with disappointment. Is taking his fire and is deciding to leave all of that behind. All of the unfairness, unbalancedness. This is when we know what balance is, but we haven't embodied its philosophy or its belief because it's in contrast with the other ones. So I know my worth, I know my value. I've come back from maybe a bad time, but here, as long as I'm keeping that water, it's going to make my fire in reaction. Hermit. All right. Here's strength. And here is when we are leaving the pattern, the animalistic pattern. When I say, when we call it free will, we only have free will when we're in our higher self. When we're in our animalistic self, it's just patterns, repeating patterns. So you're choosing vanilla, not because you're making the choice of vanilla ice cream, but maybe because in your lion there's a memory of vanilla ice cream and comfort associated with it, and that's what you need right now, so that's where you're gonna go. But it's just a series of 2 + 2 + 2. It's just a mechanic, a pattern that makes you take that choice. It's not free will. Free will is when it's your soul, your higher self, that understands all of your patterns and memories and reactions and is able to tame it. It's okay. I see myself going here, but I'm going to make that choice. I'm going to make the choice to tame my fire with my wisdom. 10 of Swords is in reverse, so we still need to really understand why or how we sabotaged ourselves, reacting and not understanding why. The Fool. It's a process. So at least now we have our 9 of Cups upright, but we still, like I was saying, 10 of Swords in reverse, we need to come. Maybe it's going to happen next month. Maybe for some of you it's going to happen this month. But we need to face the beliefs that got from this and the price we've paid. And some of these beliefs unconsciously will be disempowering beliefs. The belief that we don't have the tools necessary to fight a overwhelming world or situation. And so in that case, everything becomes more difficult. And that's why we need to be like this. So we'll jump here, but in the back of our mind, there might still be a bit of disempowering or the belief that ultimately the universe can betray us like crazy, can be the thief in the night, rob us of everything. So for some of you, that's going to be the next step. We have the full moon around the 18th, I think. Did I write it down? Yeah, the full moon in Aries around the 18th of September. And at the same time, we will have Mercury conjunct on the same day in conjunction with Saturn. So Saturn is all about, understanding our patterns, mastering them so that we're not just, evaluating in a mechanical process here. If not, it's just going to make it shrink and shrink so that we rebound faster. But, and there's an eclipse on top of it. So it's the time, full moon in Aries, what is my truth? Who am I? I need to understand the restrictions or the disempowerment. Where do I lose my power? Where am I not the magician of my life? And maybe around the 18, you could have that insight that would help you rise above this. But this is amazing. This is very good. And maybe the full moon in Aries is going to help you master that fire so that it's not all over the place, but that you can make the choice to actually cross the Four of Wands completely. So, on this, my beautiful Virgos, thank you for watching, sharing, commenting, and all of that. Don't forget the tarot course is still available on my website. A year worth of work, more than a year worth of work. And thank you also for all the amazing comments until now for the course per se. And also, if you want a private reading, the website, everything is on the website. The description is below in the plus section under the video. And also, thank you for the ones of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And on the new moon and full moon, I ask the divine to give you back in the shape that is the most beneficial for you. So on this, namaste, happy birthday again. All my love and light, Virgo. And I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.